Hi everyone, how are you? This is Madeline. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the chapter of Oh, This is Chinese. In the previous videos, we introduced the historical background of Chinese, prehistoric time. So in today's video, we will introduce Orc bone and brown scripts and the Old Chinese. Are you ready? Let's go. Orc bone and brown scripts. The earliest record of writing Chinese is inscriptions carved on turtle shells and oxen shoulder blades, excavated from the ruins of the Shang dynasty capital at modern Anyang in Henan province. So in this map, this is the Shang kingdom. That is the capital city, Anyang. This type of writing is usually called Jia Gu Wen, Orc bone script, and it was carved there for the purpose of divination. It was first discovered accidentally in Anyang in 1899 after a Qing dynasty scholar, Wang Yirong, who was an expert on bronze script, found a strong resemblance between bronze script and the carvings on some dragon bones that had supposedly some curative powers and were perhaps given to him as part of a medicinal prescription. Currently, over 100,000 pieces of shells and bones with engraved script have been recovered through excavation in Anyang. A total of about 3,700 different characters have been identified from these artifacts. However, only about 2,000 of them have so far been deciphered. Closely related to the Orc bone script is the bronze script that is carved on the surface of bronze vessels supposedly placed in palace and used for sacrificial ceremonies at the time of Shang and the Western Zhou dynasty. Old Chinese. Before we start to introduce Old Chinese, let's listen to an audio.
任雅西第八從前明華宮以是地上松遇到無生話地條是故鄉
Alright. Do you think this is very, very different from the Mandarin that you're learning now? Yes, it's very, very different. Now, let's introduce the Old Chinese. Old Chinese is thought to be a kind of coining, a common language that was used for communication. This linguistic system is also known as Ya Yan, refined speech. Traditional Chinese scholars also called the pronunciation of this refined speech Zheng Yin, authentic pronunciation. It probably evolved from the pronunciation of the language spoken in the Xia in the Shang dynasty around what is today's Henan province. So this is Xia dynasty. That is Shang dynasty. The evidence of this common language can be seen from a sentence in the Analects, where it is recorded. 子所雅言 师书直礼皆雅言也 The sentence means, what the master, that means Confucius, 孔子, discussed are the Book of Oaths, the Book of History, and the maintenance of property are all refined speech. In other words, Confucius, a native from the state of Lu, was able to conduct his teaching in the common language, Ya Yan, to his 3,000 disciples who hailed from different central states. Thus, even 2,500 years ago, there already appeared to be a common language among the people from the central states. The phonological source from which the Old Chinese sound system is reconstructed called both of the rhymes of poems and the Book of Oaths, 诗经 which Confucius thought highly of, and the phonetic hints provided by the structure of Chinese characters, particularly through the descriptions in dictionary, such as 说文解字, compiled by Xu Shen of the Han Dynasty. However, in spite of the existence of the more prestigious common language, such as the refined speech discussed above, in Confucius' time, there was obviously a lack of mutual intelligibility between the native tongues spoken across the Central States. Xu Shen, the author of 说文解字, this dictionary, observed that the people from the Central States spoke a different language and used a different writing script. So this is the different writing script in different countries. This is the Qin country. And this character means horse, 马. But look at all these characters in different countries. They use different writing scripts. So we call it 文字异形. Emperor Shi Huangdi of the Qin dynasty, after annexing the Central States into one unified Middle Kingdom, authorized his counselor-in-chief, Li Si, to develop a standard script for the emperor on the basis of the script used in the formal state of Qin. Still in this picture. So this is 马, horse. For the other countries, they have to use the same writing scripts, 马. This constitutes the earliest effort on record in Chinese history to standardize the writing language. Although the Qin dynasty is credited with the enormous accomplishment of forming a highly centralized emperor and making itself known in the West, it's the Han Emperor. Han Emperor ruling the land after Qin for more than 400 years that gave its name to the people and the language in China. Nearly 2 millennia after its fall, about 92% of the Chinese in China nowadays still refer to themselves as Han people and their language as the Han language. So during the Han Dynasty, the common language, a variety of the language functioning, like the refined speech in the Qin Dynasty, was called 通语. Alright, let's listen to 通语 the pronunciation. This audio.
大风可以闻回来，回盖人红水回格藤，安得人对，excuse this one. Lên đầu cổng, lên ranh chỉ kren, nhất chỉ mang mà rớt, rem bấm, gang nạn chấp, suy hoãn biệt tụng.
During the second half of the Han Dynasty, Buddhism was transmitted into the emperor from India. As the religion spread, Buddhist scriptures were translated into Chinese, some of which have provided most useful texts for modern scholars to investigate elements of the spoken language of Middle Chinese, as they were written in a vernacular style that clearly diverges from the classical style prevalent in the canonical Confucian texts. In this video, we introduce Orcabon and Bronze Straits and the Old Chinese. And you also say, some Old Chinese you really don't understand. Me too. And I also don't understand the pronunciation of the Old Chinese. For our next video, we will introduce more historical background of this language, Middle Chinese. If you have any questions about this video, email me. If you have any other questions about how to learn Chinese, also email me. If you like this video, like, share, and comment. If you like my channel, subscribe it. Alright, I hope to see you next time. 再见。